Every Tuesday, we love talking to this little chap. Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services of Lansing. They call him the Master of Assessments. I like that. I like that. We got to talk about self-efficacy and what that's about. Dr. Braccio, as always, it's a fine pleasure to have you with us this morning.
Well, Mike, nice talking to you, and I was happy that I was the first person you interviewed when you joined the program here, the station, and so I enjoy working with you. So let me talk a little here about...
You know what? I didn't realize you were the first person I interviewed. You were sort of the guinea pig then.
Well, I enjoyed it. How does that sound? Worked fine, and so never known a bad person named Mike, so you kind of fit in that category already.
So, I love it. Tell me about self-efficacy real quick.
Okay. Positive self-efficacy is the belief that one has the capacity to complete activities in effective ways. A person with positive self-efficacy encounters a problem, looks at factors that need to be resolved, and attempts to complete them. Even though the person may fail, they will more realistically analyze why they failed rather than the person with poor self-efficacy, who will be convinced not only that they did not have the ability to complete it, but never would have the ability. For comparison, different level, self-esteem is a positive view of self, while self-efficacy is the belief one can successfully complete the activity. Now, the person with positive self-efficacy does not see problems in the current life space as something to be fearful of, or to try to run away from, but rather are seen as opportunities for resolution and challenges that make life more interesting. The person with positive self-efficacy works relentlessly to be, as an example, a quarterback, while the person with poor self-esteem, poor self-efficacy, regardless of ability, prefers to sit in a chair and watch the quarterback play rather than risk certain perceived failure. So it's really a question of, do you have the ability in your mind to do something, and do you work at it? And if I could just mention 4 things you can do to build self-efficacy, we're talking about mastery experiences. What do you do? What do you achieve? What do you master? When you do this, it builds self-efficacy in yourself for that and not the other activities. And then 2, you observe successful self-efficacy and successful achievers, and that helps you too because you begin to see how to do it and who does it. And 3, you get encouragement. This is important to achieve. People let you know in life, yes, you can do it. Go forward. And then 4, you have positive self-esteem and emotional stability, that you don't have a lot of anxiety and depression wearing you down, which can wear down anyone. But with these factors, you can move forward. But self-efficacy, the belief you can succeed, Mike, it's really critical in your life if you're really going to be a successful person, regardless of the task that you're undertaking.
Yeah, we look at people and we go, wow, what a lucky person. Well, no, you know what? They may have the personality where they have this self-efficacy, or they've figured out how to do it. Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services of Lansing, is our guest, as he is every Tuesday morning. So self-efficacy, you would say, maybe is did you say, it's because I'm not going to go around using the word self-efficacy. I can barely say it now. So would you say it's self-esteem? You think would self-esteem or?
Well, they run together. I mean, like self-esteem is how you see yourself. Do you really care? Do you really like yourself? Self-efficacy is the belief that you can do something. They're very related, but they're different. Meaning, obviously, if you have good self-esteem, you're more likely to have good self-efficacy. It's the belief, the internal person in you that says, yes, I can do that. I'm going to achieve that. And if you don't have it, you're going to be sitting on the sidelines. You're not going to be achieving. It's like running a radio show like you do, talking to people from all different walks of life, dealing with people with different experiences, different political views, different religious views, different views on the world.
Yeah.
Then in order to be successful, you have to believe you can be successful, and you do it. When you do it day to day, that's what you're doing. It's the self-efficacy. If you don't believe you can do something, and you enter it that way, then you're not going to succeed. We all think of the person with great talent, ability we've known in our life that never used those talents. They just sat back and let others do it, just saying, oh, I can't do that, I don't think I could do that, or I might not do it, or why take the risk of failure and people looking at me? No, that's not the way you lead a happy life either. It's when you have this self-efficacy, you believe you can, you move forward, kind of like Churchill in World War II, the world's, well, give us the guns, we'll fight the war. I mean, you're basically ready to move forward. And it's another one I like too, that, go ahead.
No, well, do you think that, okay, if a person is more positive, like we've tried to build that into our kids. We said, find people who do what you want to do, or find people with a positive attitude and a go-getter attitude, and just sort of learn from them by being around them, make friends with those type of folks. But someone who is, you've seen born leaders, you've seen people who, my cousin Mark is like this. However, if you don't have a degree of humility, then you just become an arrogant person, wouldn't you?
Well, I think that's true, yes. I mean, being successful is not arrogance. Being successful is showing you can do something, and hopefully you're doing something that helps other people too, not just yourself along the way. And I'm sure that your cousin actually, somewhere along the way, he got encouragement. He worked hard. He had this thing going to be successful. And somewhere along the way, he got the good self-efficacy, the ability, yes, I can do it. When you talk to somebody, if you hire somebody to redo your house as an example, you want somebody who has an imagination, has done this before, knows what they're doing, comes forward, not someone telling me, I'm not sure I know how to do that. I'm going to have to talk to 8, 9 other people, and I'll get back with you. So, no, it is this ability that yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's kind of one of those, when the opportunity comes, you're prepared. I mean, that's what some people call luck, when actually opportunity and skill sets come together. So my view is, if you have this belief, yes, you can, you believe it, you're realistic, and you may bite off some too much that you can't chew. Look, it's Frank Sinatra, my way says, but you don't give up. You just keep coming forward, and you keep trying, and you work at being succeeding. Because if you look at life as opportunities for resolution, and that you see problems that way, it makes life exciting. If you look at life when issues come up, and that's what the world is, whether you believe it from a secular religious point of view, the challenges and how we react to them depends on how our life ends. I mean, nobody ends up when they're dying and saying, golly, I didn't work enough, or I didn't do this. And, people end up wanting to have a successful life, tried to achieve things, did achieve them, hopefully made the world better, and that was their goal in life, and that's what they tried to do. And if you have this self-efficacy, it may be a hard word to say sometimes, that is the belief you can and the ability to really move forward and to try. It's going to make life exciting, really. If you think you can do something, you take a challenge on, it can be exciting. Otherwise, woe be to the person who is just sitting home, fearful, doesn't want to try, doesn't think they can do it. They've never really had good reinforcement in their life. That's not a way to live a life. Life is to be enjoyed. So to move forward and challenge it. Get up every day, sing, with a song in my heart, something to really move you and get you going in life. And that's what life's all about.
You know what else? I have a good friend, Charlie, who he's from London. And I like his accent, but he's the kind of guy who would call me up, and he's overcome a ton of adversity. And he didn't start off this way, but he's learned how to be this way. And he'll go, hey, mate, how are you? You know what I mean? And that's the kind of guy you want to be around. Doc, we're up on time. Dr. John Braccio, do you mind if I call you Doc sometimes, by the way?
That's fine. You're fine. Listen, whatever you call me, Mike. I'm never late when someone calls me to dinner, so whenever you call me, I'll be there.
There you go.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I just want to hang around, and I want to hang around you, and I want you to just to kind of I just want to sponge off of your attitude and your energy. This is kind of cool. Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services of Lansing. Try to find the self-efficacy and hang on to those people that that are in your life that have that positive attitude, that step out of my comfort zone kind of thing. Doc, it's been great to have you on, and I can't wait till next Tuesday now.
Always a pleasure, Mike. Bye-bye.
All right, talk to you later. Dr. John Braccio from Regional Psychological Services of Lansing on 1320 WILS. It's your morning wake-up with Mike Austin with more compelling talk radio, 1320 WILS.